Don't tease me, I'm already lost before the war began. You make it look easy, don't you? I never really had a chance. And that's fine with me. You can have everything you see. You can take all my money and everything from me as long as you're next to me. So don't hold back anything more. All that's everything. Every day I fall for something new. trust me the way you do. It's more than a feeling in me. It's in everything that you do. That's fine with me. You can have everything you see. You can take all my money and everything from me as long as you're next to me. So don't hold back anything more. All that's everything. Every day I fall for something. There's a magic within you. There's a magic within you.
When the feeling gets too much and you feel there's nothing left, you can't walk without a crutch. It's too heavy on your chest. If I leave this world, will you remember me? In this world of ours, there's no guarantee. Will you stay by my side? Never need tonight. Nostalgia knocks when I'm not sober. Wake me up when it's all over. Wake me up when it's all over.
Yo, 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 yo. What is going on?
Not much, not much.
Well, hello.
Hey, what up,
Hey.
party people?
Partying.
Classic stuff. Classic. Oh, awesome. Well, I'm excited for a Q&A session tonight. I feel like we haven't done one of these as a team in a long time. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited because this will be the first one for our YouTube channel also. If you haven't got the word yet, we have a YouTube channel. We are live right now. Yeah, exactly, Green. Look at that beautiful, beautiful face. If you're wondering what Green just said to my comment, go ahead and on our channel here, go ahead and click the Discord link and join us on our Discord. Great community of people over there. We're always looking for more awesome people to come and join us over there. So definitely do that. But yeah, so tonight is question and answer session, and our topic is something important. What's our topic? Our topic is post-war. What to do after an ROC war? If you're ever wondering, hey, that was fun. We won. We lost. I'm sad. I'm happy. But what next? Well, this is where we're gonna find out. Hopefully. So just like the other formats for Q&A, I'm going to talk at you for a little bit, probably just 5 minutes. Not much to cover on this that I want to share. I mostly want to answer questions tonight and get that aspect. And so that's how we'll go. I'll talk at you for 5-10 minutes, something like that, and then I will open it up to any questions regarding the topic for half hour, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that. And then we'll have a 5-10 minute break, and then we'll hop back on for the rest of the QA session, which is just open live session where you can ask any question about anything. ROE, my life, your life, what's the meaning of life? Any of the above questions are applicable tonight after the break. So thanks again so much for being here. I just want to make sure our people on Discord, this is something I will continue to do even though we're streaming on YouTube, so hopefully you join us on the Discord, but I just want to make sure everyone can hear me on my Discord, because this first bit is mostly for my teammates. If this is your first time on the channel, I am the leader, or R5, of a sweet-ass little team called TTT Freedom Fighters. And we're doing okay. We're in state 341, and we're doing fine. We're doing good. We're in Reign of Chaos Season 1. We're doing well. We're doing swell. We're having a good time crushing face, smashing people. So, yes, that's where we're at. So I just want to go through my peeps that are here tonight. El Rena, hello, my friend.
Hello.
Hey, everything copacetic on your end? Everything good to go?
Yes. Yep, everything's good.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, my friend.
Yes.
Green.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, no worries at all. Always. I know. Yeah, Kai, don't make fun of my big words, okay? Sometimes I Google something. I type into Google, hey, what's a cool big word I can say to sound smart? That's literally what my Google search is, and copacetic came up this time, so we're good. We're good.
I've done the same thing.
I feel like in this day and age, you're only as smart as Google, and Google's pretty smart, right? So we can all be smart together. Okay, so Green, you're here. No voice, no worries. That sexy, sultry Australian accent, I'm sure will join us eventually. Save those sweet, sweet people of Australia. You're working tonight, that's okay. Jim, Mr. Jim, another Australian. Are you here, brother?
Yeah.
Oh,
Just listening.
Jim, what up, brother?
Good. Nah, not too bad today.
Yeah, that's good. Good. Great to have you here, my friend. Great to have you here. You can see the stream over on
No
YouTube.
worries.
Did you make it over there?
Yeah, I checked it out, yeah.
Awesome.
But I'm on my phone, so I can't see both at the same time. So I'll listen to you, then I'll jump over and have a look.
Sounds good, brother. No worries, no worries. Yeah, that's another thing just I wanted to briefly mention. We're just trying to figure out the best scenario. We used to do all our streaming and Q&A right here on Discord, but with the YouTube channel, I think we should keep the video all over there and then the voice over here. But definitely, as the best part about all of this for a Q&A setting is that I can literally walk through the answer on my game through the stream. So we definitely don't want to lose that aspect, because I think that's been very beneficial for our team as a whole to get better at the game, and just it's cool to kind of see and play the game together at the same time. Thanks for being here, Jim. Thank you, thank you. Kai, you're here, obviously. Thank you, you awesome individual. Mar, is that you, Mar?
Yeah, hello.
Whoa, taking it easy or what, my friend?
Yeah,
Good,
definitely. I was so laying to bed,
good, good, good.
but still playing the game.
Of course, that's the best part about this game is you can play it right on your phone. That's also the worst part about the game is 4 a.m. comes around and you're like, wait, I'm still playing this game on my phone. I'm supposed to be asleep.
Yep. And there it hits insomnia and all the other issues.
That's right.
And
That's
that's
right.
not good.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for being here. Great to have you as
Thank you.
always. Miss Noli, how are you, my dear friend Noli? You're here? All good. Thanks. Awesome. Hopefully you've checked out that the YouTube link there and over at the stream because that's where you can follow along. Great to have you here again. Yeah. We'll talk about that going up in the ranks in a sec, but congrats to AK3. It's kind of like AKE but different. Yeah, awesome. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you, Noli. Get some more people from your team over here too. All right, get over here. So anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. Thanks everyone for being here. Smaller crowd tonight. We usually have anywhere from 10 to 20 people, but that's okay. We haven't done one in a while, and everyone's probably taking a break. We've been hitting hard ROC, so that's no worries. We'll still have a good time tonight. Yeah, so like I said, the topic is what to do after the war. Okay, you won your war. You crushed face, you smashed some buildings, you got all the points to win, and now what to do? Well, if you're a member of my team, TTT and 341, the most important thing is to clean purple tiles, okay? And so what I mean by that, let me show you. So during a war, I can't show you that bit, but during a war, if you've ever done Reign of Chaos before, or just pay attention next war, you'll see your opponent that's coming to attack you, their tiles, these little tiles, right, that get you ROC resources, their tiles are red, and that's how they path towards you so they can hit buildings and get points and take alliance centers, right? So those are red, but after war, post-war, when that war timer is done and you've won or lost, all enemy tiles, or foreign tiles we'll call them, that are not home native to 341 or your state, whatever state that may be, are going to turn purple, like so. Okay, and then if you click on it, it says this tile is from someone named whatever that name says there, and they're in the Alliance TB1, and they're in state 343. Okay, so the first and foremost thing is we have a great cleanup team. Most of the people in our alliance actually do clean up, 57 people on our cleanup team. So we have quite a few members, and as you can see, our alliance is quite active. We have a lot of online people all the time, depending on what time of day it is. We've got people all across the world, which is exciting. And our cleanup team does amazing. So first and foremost, the thing is, if you're trying to be a good statesman, but also if you're trying to win future wars, you need to clean all of the purple tiles from your opponent first and foremost. Right? So if I'm going to show you an example of that, this is our Alliance Center 1. We lost our last war, unfortunately. It was a good fight, though, and we learned a lot. But basically what happened was an alliance from State 340 named Fox, great group of gamers. They're awesome. They've visited the Discord community quite a few times, but they placed a rally point somewhere in this neighborhood, and then they pathed all the way through. And as you can see, our wonderful cleanup team and all the members of TTT have done a fantastic job because they came right here, smashed these buildings, and smashed through here. Looks like they've been repaired since then. But these also used to be a path of purple tiles, right? And we did a great job as a team cleaning those. So that's number one. Okay, we did that there. That was our AC1. And unfortunately, because I'm a noob, filthy casual, anything you want to say, but now's a great time to address this. Just remember, guys, like, I'm not the most amazing player at this game. I'm learning just the same as all of you, but I do feel I spend a lot of time to learn and do well, and I usually do pretty well. But as you can see, here's one of our members, Iron Prime, super awesome individual. Hopefully you guys have a chance to meet him or talk to him through our Discord. But we also got a rally point placed over here right away because our AC4 was down. I was unaware that that could happen, but basically our team has done a wonderful job of cleaning Fox purples over here too. There's none left. These purples are from a different team, and we can't hit level 15s, and so there you go. But yeah, Fox is kind of eradicated from our war, and then that's number one, right? That's number one thing do post-war. Check around if there's someone on your alliance that is assigned to lead the team of cleanup or whatever, however you work it. I find it's best if you as the R5 or you in the leadership team get someone assigned for that. We have a great member named Velis Magnus, great woman there that leads our cleanup team. She has the biggest job of managing 57 people, and she does a great job. But once that's complete, then it's what I tell my team, and I think this is a wise thing, is then you just filter through your ACs and scan around about 100 kilometers. Because just any chance that you get to push tiles back farther and farther so they can't get to buildings right away for the next war. So our AC1 is done. We're good there. Let's go to our AC2, which is down here in zone 2 of the map. If we go to our AC2, here's AC2. If I just was to do a quick scan, I'm on the cleanup team. I'm looking for something to do. I do a quick scan around. It's about 100k out. There's nothing. I don't see any purples, right? And just so you know how to quickly do this, there's different zoom outs you can do in the game. So this is obviously going to be as close as, I think you might be able to get a little bit closer, but this is one level of the zoom out. Then if you zoom out one more time, it gets to the less graphics and more grid version of the game. And on this stage, something cool that you can do, so this is a nice little trick here if you haven't, hopefully you know this already, but you can just get rid of the monsters, the marauders, you can get rid of the mines, and you can just leave tiles and castles, or you can even get rid of the castles and just look for purple tiles that way. So there's no distraction but tiles, right? And as you can see, we've done a pretty good job of limiting. I don't think anyone's really been able to path too well to our AC2. So that's really good. And then you just zoom out one more, and then go to your AC3. And then this is, if you saw on that zoomed out version, I have a marker, alliance marker here, and I've placed our cleanup marker. That's our cleanup one post-war, and we have a marker here to clean tiles, because this is, so we'll say it's right here. My castle's right there in the mark, so we'll just walk away from my castle. We're about 40k away from these tiles, so if we fight these people, that'll be a very tough battle because they already have tiles very close. So that's why we've marked it as let's come here and clean. And as you can see, a member of my alliance has already dropped in there and cleaned a bunch right here. Yams is also doing it. Like, our cleanup team is on point. They're going to crush this area in no time. And then, like I said, the final thing is obviously going to be your AC4. Right, so close to the throne, up against the mud, and then your highest level tile. I think as a team right now we can take 12s, maybe 13s. We definitely can't clear 15s, so that's unfortunate, but that's no worries. And you just kind of scan around and clean that. So we're working on cleaning this stuff in this area right away here. Main priority will be our AC 1, 2, and 3, just based on our standings, right? One thing is the team, we're doing okay. We're a very new team. We're doing all right, though. I'm very happy with how our team's doing. Hopefully we can drop into the top 10 for the end of the season, but we'll kind of feel how we're going. Basically, we don't have to worry about the people that are near our AC4, which is Ka, AOW, I don't think they are, TW1, Fox maybe even. We don't have to worry too much about them because we're not in the top 10 right now. So just focus around your bracket, which is 5 up and 5 down, and then kind of plan accordingly, because you can't plan for everything, but just take what you can and plan the best you can with that information. And so, yeah, we're just worried about AC 1, 2, and 3 at the moment, so that's why I have that marker there. And then besides that, the final thing that you need to be doing, if you're a member of my team, but also good for probably your alliance too, is looking forward, okay? So now that War Day is over, we're all placed, everyone's moved, everyone's had their last war, which was war number 8, I believe, for ROC Season 1. Everyone's had that war, so now we look 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are our next opponents potentially, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those ones we can declare on for free. So basically, that's how that works, and then, yeah, then get over to whatever state your leaders decide is kind of the next target. I won't get into that too much tonight, unless there's a specific question about it. But we have our next target picked out, and I have markers all over there, so we're working to do the opposite of the clean. Now we're trying to be these purple tiles in their state to get close to their alliance centers. So that's basically all you do. You're cleaning and uncleaning. Or I guess tiling in another state. That's basically all you're doing post-war, getting ready for your other stuff. Basic information would be heal your buildings, repair your buildings, sorry. As you can see, one of our buildings is on fire. That should be repaired. Repair your buildings, heal your troops, and just get ready. Save up some teleports for the war. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to talk at you with tonight, guys. Hopefully that was some sort of information that was useful for you guys. But yeah, we'll go with that. Now let us take a moment and open it up for questions here related specifically to post-war. So for this part of it, now that we're new on the YouTube channel here, so obviously if you have a mic, definitely get onto Discord and we can talk. That's the funnest part about this, is we can interact as a community while we're streaming here, which is a lot of fun for me, and I'm excited to do that. So definitely get on Discord, join ROE General Live Stream on BrotherW Gaming Discord server, and do that. And then if you don't have a mic or you're otherwise preoccupied, definitely type questions into the live chat on YouTube. That would be the best for texters. And then also you can text in, if you're part of my alliance, you can text in alliance chat. But just get to Discord, you filthy casuals. Get to Discord if you're part of my team, please. And then anyone else, if you're part of the Discord and you're not on the live stream, no worries. You can type questions into ROE live stream general information there, and someone will see the question and pass it to me for sure. Sound good, guys? Everyone still with me? Anyone alive out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Heck yeah.
Yes.
Well, hopefully that was some useful information for you. And hit me with some questions. Who's got the first question?
I have something. It's not a question, just, well, maybe a question. So, when we were doing that leapfrog pathing maneuver, I was thinking back to our original AC1 when some people had been kicked from our alliance, and then we all of a sudden had RED tiles around our AC1, right? So that made me think, I think it was,
Okay.
I don't remember who it was, but I was thinking we could have somebody from our academy team join TTT, and then they can hit that rally, the free rally point to get over there, drop from TTT and go back to our alliance, and that way all of a sudden our academy has tiles there too.
Delicious.
Right? So then it can help us leapfrog.
Yeah, that's a phenomenal plan there, Fox. There's only a couple issues with it, but I like where your head's at. So I love people that are thinking about strategies and stuff, because, like I said, yeah, if you've ever been part of a team, you're only as good as your weakest link, and so if everyone's not giving ideas, then yeah, it's not going to work out. But Fox, so that's a great plan. There's only a couple things that maybe you're unaware with that make that impossible to do. So so definitely Alliance, our Academy team. So we got Academy team and a Farm Alliance. I'll just show you real quick what she's talking about. If we go down here, look at us. We got back to 5th. Look at us go, guys. With 80 members, we're in 5th place. What does that say about how awesome our state is? Okay, so there we go. Our farm alliance or academy team, whatever you want to call it, is in NAP 15 also, and we're almost have 3 alliances in NAP 15. Yikes. Anyway, so yeah, we have two alliances we can pull people from for that plan for sure. The only issue is there's a 24-hour cooldown for when you leave an alliance to be able to join an alliance. So that doesn't really matter too much for the initial part of your plan, but the part of the plan that wouldn't work too well is there's no one active over there. I guess would be the best way to say it. There's only one person that's really active that is not a member of TTT with a farm, and that is our farm academy leader, who is A&M Farm. She used to be a member of the main alliance, but she got a little bit too busy, so she just wanted to step back a bit. But does that make sense, Fox? I mean, we could do it. We could totally do that plan with a farm of the main people. But my favorite saying is like, I don't want to get too sweaty while I'm playing this game. But I like where your head's at. It could work. Like, we could just use, like, I got like a bajillion farms. I could just drop one of my farms out, have them join TTT, which I'll probably do with at least a couple of them. And then, yeah, we could totally move them over there, then get some tiles, and they drop back into the farm, and then anyone in the farm can now tile over there for sure. That would totally be good. The only thing is the tiling's not really what we need for that execution of that strategy. What we need is to be highly coordinated with castles, so that would even work for our farm and our academy to come, because they can go back and forth no matter what, right? No matter if they're at war, they have tiles, they can come and port around. The only thing, like I said before, is there's not really anyone. If they're active, they're in our main alliance. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I was just trying to think of other ways, too, for us just to get more tiles in the enemy states. Because it seems like the same people are tiling after war in other states, so we can't really make the progress as quickly to where we need to go.
Right. Like, so your concern is that we, let me see if I understand what you mean. Is that we just don't have enough tiles over in other states? Is that what you're saying?
Well, like, if I have 10 tiles in every state, that only gives me 10 tiles to work towards our new tile path, like, that we have set for right now.
Right.
So
yeah, that's a great concern, great point to bring up. Let me show you something real quick along the lines of that. That's a good point, Fox. So what she's talking about, guys, so sorry, I'll back up. I went into Reign of Chaos tab or hub, or whatever you want to call it here. And you see you're on the left, if you go territory here, and then on the left side is your tiles in your home state, and then tiles in the enemy state. And so what she's talking about, so if we have 10 in each state, that doesn't leave enough to do much in the state that we're warring against. And that is a very valid point. So that's why this freaking event is so intensive, time-consuming, is because you got to be all over this shit like crazy. I have 75 tiles I can place, and I have to be dropping some in every single state I've ever been to, but not all of them. I have to count to make sure. Like, what I do is I make sure I have 5 in every state I've ever been to, and then, but the problem is some of them get taken back, so I need to go get 5 more in that state. You see how intensive this can become? It's like a freaking full-time job. So basically, the rule of thumb with that is just have 1 tile in every state, and honestly use the rest for the people we're at war with, or the next target, which will probably be in the same state as the previous war. Does that make sense, Fox?
Yep.
Because, yeah, it would be nice to have 10 equally across, like, everyone in our bracket. Then we could maybe strategically place them all over the state. But, yeah, it's insane, the amount of time that would take. And then also, like, we'll go up against some states that will clean all 10 of those tiles, and then we're hooped anyway. So it's almost just like plug one. Let me show you an example here. I'll give away the strategy completely, but I don't think anyone's here that's caring about this too heavily as far as who we're warring against next. Let me show you exactly what my plan is here. So, okay, so if we come down here, let me follow this path backwards here. So basically, guys, what I did was I went to our Alliance bookmarks, and I have marked all these places, right? You have 6 Alliance bookmarks, so you might as well use them. I've marked our next target, as you can see, all 4 ACs. I've marked where we're going to tile, and then this one is for our home state, but where we're at right now and where everyone, if they're looking. So if you're part of my team, just remember, just go to the bookmarks and tile. It looks like, I don't know. Yeah, L. There you are, L. Look at you. You're doing something. Good job. L is pathing right now along this line. So that's fantastic. So I'll just go ahead and move this marker right now. So like every time I log into the game, I just move this marker so that every time anyone else from my team logs into the game, they kind of have an idea where we're supposed to be going. And obviously it's kind of common sense at this point, but obviously we're trying to get closer to these markers, right? This one, I'll just zoom out, then it'll be easier to see them all. We're over here, we got a long haul, but we still have, 2 days to get there. We're just trying to get close to those 2 markers, and then we can rally point this marker just fine. It's only about 70 tiles away, which is not that hard. And so that's pretty good. We're pretty good setup if we can get our team onto this side of the map. Now, obviously, if I was being a better leader last war, I would have planned this out, but I didn't know how it was going to turn out exactly, and then I ran out of time. If you all remember, I tried to place the rally point right here, and we ran out of time because I left it too late. But that's no problem. I can always get better like anyone else at this game, and so I will. But yeah, that's just always thinking forward, planning the next move after the war, all that stuff. But yeah, that's the idea. But what I wanted to show you, Fox, in reference to your statement, your question, whatnot, is this. If we go back to, I'm trying to see, here we go. Okay, so this is what ideally you will do. I'll leave that one. This is ideally what you'll do in a state that you want to smash this person that just smashed you later down the line. So I love the Fox Alliance. They're great people, but I'm competitive and I want to smash them next time we go head to head with them. So as you can see, let's just walk it back here. I've left two of my tiles here, one there, one there, one there, and that's it. Okay, now I'll probably get rid of this one actually. Let me abandon this one. So basically what I'm trying to do, fight now Fox, is strategically drop my tiles and leave tiles in a circle around, oh, look who's here. So that they can't easily clean these 5 tiles I will have left here eventually. I will have one up here, about 50 clicks away, and I'll have one to the west, south, and east, about 50 clicks away from this position. Does that make sense, Fox? Hopefully that makes sense.
Yep, sorry.
Okay, yeah, no worries. So that's, like, anyone can do that. I'm just doing that because I don't like that we lost to them. I don't even know how they declared on us exactly. I still got to figure out that stupid find opponent thing, but I'm pretty sure that's the... You click that, and no one can beat you because you can click it in the cooldown 5 seconds between declaration and being able to click. You can click find opponent, and then it will game will put you at the front of the queue, and you declare before anyone else. Like so they were above us, right? What I mean by that, if I'm not being clear, is this is what happened. Okay, they were. I don't even know if they were in our bracket. They might have been just barely in our bracket. But the way that you can do it is declaration comes up, you have 5 seconds of cooldown before you can quite get the person. But if you click the find opponent, then that puts you at the front of the queue. It costs stone or a bunch of rocks, but it puts you at the front of the queue, and you pick your closest opponent to you in the rankings. Downwards, I believe. I have to do a little more research on that, but down. And we were the closest person to them in the rankings below them. Right? There was a few other people that were below us that they could have declared on, but because they hit find opponent, they didn't have to worry about declaring. I believe that's what happened because we have people that are quite good at declaring, and yeah, I don't know, but does that make sense? Basically, how it works is, I was getting off topic there mostly, but I want to smash those people, and so if you're part of my
Me
team
too.
and we're at the war, you probably want to do the same because they had they did some real sweaty nerd stuff. Nothing against people that sweat too much or nerds, but some of those people were sweaty and they were nerds, is all I'm going to say. And so they used probably 100 to 200 teleports just to make our life miserable, and it's a win in my book because we only spent stamina and teleports at the end there, but that was just because I wanted to show you guys the corridor technique. If it wasn't for that, we would have spent, I don't know, 10 teleports for the whole war, and they would have spent 200, which is somewhat of a win somehow. But yeah, they can't do that. They can't do that strategy every war unless they're spending a lot of money, so that's okay. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. I like to just kind of, I guess, dive deeper on the topics that people bring forward. But hopefully that gives you some information, Fox. Was that useful for you, my friend?
Yep.
Awesome. Great thoughts, great plan. Definitely, if you have any of those ideas, just throw me a PM. And just remember, if it's an idea like the one Fu brought to me, if you didn't see his all mail, if you have a good idea, I'm going to make you implement it. Because I feel like if it's your idea, you're going to do a hell of a lot better job than I will with it. Right? Is that fair, guys?
Yeah, I was actually curious about what he had mentioned to you about that plan and sort of like what you could tell us about it, or I was curious a little more.
Yes. Great. The curiosity, I love it. So the plan was to get rid of you from the team, Kai, you, Fox, you, Green, just cut everyone on this call, and me and Fu would kind of run it.
Yeah, enjoy failing miserably, you sorry losers.
Exactly. Do better, please.
Yeah. Green, let's start one on our own. Yeah, I think you would
Wow.
kill that.
Sweet.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, do start. What's our new alliance name? Do TTT 2.0 or the better TTT or something just real salty, you know? Or Warl sucks. The better T. I love that. No, great point. So anyone that's not part of my alliance, basically a member of our leadership team. Show you here, a member of our leadership team. Because this game is so stupid in the way they've set up the alliances, you can only have really like 9 people on your leadership team, but that's fine. I don't really care about that. We have multiple people in this category, in the R3 category, that are our leaders. Alrena for path making, Metal for attack, Run for stuff, Soriana, like we have a lot of good leaders. That aren't part of the R4s, but basically one of our R4s, Kung Fu, brought an idea to me that was basically summarized as the best way to summarize it would be, well, he said it in an all mail, right? He basically said it in an all mail. Let me see if I can't find that all mail. Sorry to this person. I'm showing your personal messages on my stream. I don't know where the all mail is, but he said it in an all mail. Oh, I know how I can find it. Check this out, guys. I'm thinking. I think I can find it if I go here and then I go to mail. Yes, found it. Okay, so basically, forming a new. So basically the question, the Kai, you're wondering is, what is this team about? Is that what you're wondering?
Well, like I read the all mail too. I see what the team is about. I was just curious if there was like any more insight you could give us on when that team will deploy, like how you're fitting them into that strategy, or like what you guys had talked about a little bit.
So his concern was mostly that like we're using all of our big players to path, right? And that is 100% true. That was what happened last war. So, and then eventually with half an hour left, I was like, okay, this is a waste of time because by the time we get there, we're gonna have no stamina to hit buildings anyway. So let's just move on and plan for the next war, right? And so what happened was basically, if you read this and then you go back in your mind, or even in an all-mail, go back and find one from Mr. Queen Warrell himself, and you'll see one that says this exact same thing. Believe it or not. Like I said, I'm not good at necessarily the best player at this game, but I have thought of a ton of shit to help people have fun. This exact parameters for a team is the exact parameters for the path-making team, is it not, guys? This team that he's talking about is literally the parameters I set out to be a path maker.
Yeah, that's what I see too.
Right? So basically, he's just going to take it upon himself to organize that team a little bit better. Not to say our current leaders or our past leaders, because I know Kai and Elle, you were at one point leader or still leader right now. Not to take your place whatsoever. You guys have been doing a phenomenal job. It's just he had mentioned that it was a concern of his that, for instance, people that have higher level legions that can smash buildings easier are going to have no stamina. And another thing, if you remember, every war I tell our attackers to only use 50%, blah, 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 blah. So this was a great idea. I've tried to implement it, and now he's going to try and implement it in my stead because I failed. Does that make
I don't
sense?
think you failed at all. I think that the only difference that I'm seeing, or that I'm reading simply from this all-mail, not knowing what is in our future, is just the more like fine-tuned focus, and like I imagine he's going to do some serious outreach on what tile blocking means, and like defining that for his team, for the team.
I hope so.
Because I know you've tried to do all of that as well. But.
Yeah. I hope this is my vision of where it's going and why I gave him the okay to do it. Because if our biggest castles, now the problem with that statement is we have mostly free-to-play players, so our biggest castles aren't really that big, right? Like C22, as you can all see from all the wars, is really kind of a small castle compared to the other people we're going against, right? Most have C25, C24, C23. C22 is like their lowest castle, most of these alliances, right? Which is fine, no problem. And we still smashed many alliances that have big castles. The only problem with this is most of our people on our team fit into his parameters for his team. And that's why we've had so much problems with the path making is. So path making is obviously not the most important part of ROC, but it's definitely something that's crucial if done properly. But if we move most of our people that are kind of in that gray area between C22 and C19 and not having a big legion and not having T7s, we have many people in that area right now. Many people that just got to C19 and don't have a full legion of T7s yet. If we take all those people and put them in the path making team, well then that leaves no one to defend and only a few people to attack. Know what I mean? Does that make sense? And so my vision for this is that he just finds a group of, like, I don't know, 4 to 8 people, the size of the teams. 4 to 8 people that are really just going to be focused and single-minded on this is the only thing we're doing. Because right now, it's pretty chaotic during wars, and that's fine. It's fine because none of us have played this game. But if you remember my vision of the teams, it was very, very organized. Very, very organized. The captain leads each team. Team 1, 2, 3 for attack. Team 1, 2, 3 for defense. Team 1, 2 for pathmakers. Team 1 for cleanup. We have captains. Only those captains talk. Only those captains share information. And all the information gets relayed back to me, and I can make big strategy decisions, right? Now, that isn't an ideal world. Now, that's not happened in a single war to date. Right? And maybe it's because I'm a control freak or whatnot, but I often have to manage all the teams. I think our defense, I'm probably not going to do anything for our defense next war, except for when Bibble or Fox or Canyon has a question for me or wants me to view something, I'll hop over there because they do a phenomenal job without me, much intervention. But the problem is our attack and pathmakers have the least experience, I guess, right? Because defenders, you defend every single war no matter what. No matter where our tiles are, no matter what our strategy is on offense, you will do the same thing every single war. Right, guys?
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So defense is the easiest in my mind to grasp and to understand, but also the most critical because once they smash AC1, then it gets out of hand and we can never win again, probably. But attack and path making is so much more the high-level strategy involved. Defense is kind of just normal strategy. You're just tile blocking, you're garrisoning tiles or garrisoning buildings or pushing red tiles back or whatever. There's kind of not too much complicated. But as you can see, there's many, many high-level techniques that we can do on offense. The corridor that I introduced last, if you didn't get to see it, hopefully it's on our stream. I think it is if you go back and look. The corridor thing we introduced from the attack side is a very difficult concept that most teams will not be able to pull off, but I believe our team could pull it off. But that takes a mass amount of planning. We need to make sure we have dragon shouts and we have people assigned to move, right? We have people assigned to path, people assigned to shout, people assigned to leapfrog, and all needs to happen without much direction, right? And that is the vision of where I hope this gets to by the end of the season, because that would be awesome. Wouldn't it be awesome if I did nothing and you guys just won without me?
That'd be cool. We could get there.
That would be cool. That would be cool, because then I could maybe have a break war.
That's our goal. That's our new goal as TTT, to give Papa Worrell a night off.
There you go. I almost scared you guys into it last war by showing up like 1 minute before wartime.
I saw that.
My wife was a little bit late coming back from whatever she was doing, and so I was with the kids, and I was like, they got this. I'm not worried. They got this, and they totally did get this minus. We didn't declare on anyone, so hard fail. But like I said, I think that was out of our control, ultimately. So, yeah, phenomenal job. And eventually, like, the idea with what Fu's saying, all it is just implementing what we were trying to do in the beginning. Just someone is now seen, like Fu, Kung Fu, great leader, great kind of strategy guy. He is seen that this would be valuable. And if I can't help other people see it and he can do in a more focused way, then that's perfect. Because that's awesome. I got no pride or ego about this game. If someone wants to do it better than I do, go for it. Because then maybe I could build my castle, right? Maybe I could play the game a little bit more. And so I wish him the best of luck, and hopefully it works out great. But it was basically the same thing I was trying to do in the beginning, or just not trying to do more. I was laying out what I would see, what I thought we would, like laying out what the goal for our team was: to be hyper organized, to be crushing people based on organization, because castle level, troop level is not an option for us to win the wars. It's hyper organization and strategy, right? Does that make sense? All y'all out there?
Well, absolutely. The Discord has given us a major advantage, noting that we have these kind of smaller numbers, but we can still deploy this sort of big strategy.
Yeah. Well, on that note, like, as you can see, if we drop out of the top 20, we just slaughter people. It's not even a competition. The one team we went against wanted to surrender in 30 minutes by the time prep was over. The other team, we outpaced them by like 700,000 points. It's keeping us in the same league as the big teams, the big castles, the big teams, the big states that are hyper organized. It's keeping us, our use of Discord, our use of our great team members, our strategy, our organization. It's keeping us in the same league, because we should not be competitive with any of these alliances, especially the alliances in our state. Because if you just go through their roster, they have multiple people that have much stronger castles than us, and they have more players than us in their alliance, period. But we just have more active people during the war, I believe. Right? So yeah, that's kind of, hopefully that gives you some kind of an answer to that inquiry there, Kai. Hopefully that, oh, Green, go save a person.
Bye, Green.
Have fun. He's a paramedic or EMT or something very, very important to the Australia as a company, as a country. He basically saves Jim's homeland all the time, right, Jim?
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, Green. Save them Australians, because we want more on our team, and they're awesome, the ones we got. Okay, awesome. So what are we looking at? Okay, we got about time for one more question, then I'm going to hit a 5-10 minute break. So what you got for me, people of the interweb? Anyone got a question for me?
No questions here.
Okay, no worries.
Except for perhaps like, because you had mentioned it was KE that we should start prepping for building day.
Yeah. So that's off of ROC topic now and into just general questions. Is that right?
Oh, that was my bad. Sorry, I
No.
forgot the limitation.
No. There is no limitation. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have a reference to like ROE.
No
or
ROC reference at all. Completely COP building day prep related question.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. So yeah, we'll hit that one right now. Why not? I got time for this question. Then we'll have a little break here. But yeah, so Kai, you're talking about boom. We go into events. We go into Clash of Provinces. We go into train units. That is the day-to-day. But as you can see, we're about to go to Gold League. Pray for our souls. Okay, so day 2 is what she's talking about. And so she's saying if we prep on day 6 for day 2, that will give us 24, 48, plus gathering day, 72. So about three days, right? Is that what your question is? We should start prepping 3 days before? Is that right?
Yeah, just a confirmation of what you said before.
Okay, so it totally depends on what you got going on. For instance, I believe my next build day is going to have to be focused on Castle C20, which sucks because I don't think I have the resources for it, so I might have a lackluster build day. But as you can see, if you've seen my castle for the first time, I stack all my buildings that are for build day in the backside here along the wall, just for organization stuff. But as you can see, 19. I have 2 left there, and obviously these ones are going to be my ones. So I probably could do one more build day. So if I'm thinking about, okay, when do I start prepping for build day COP? I start going through these ones. Okay, this is a building that's possible for sure to upgrade, because that's not too bad, right? 6-7 mil of those aren't bad. Like, I'll have to do some work saving up. I have the wood already. The gold's no problem. I got 25 mil in the bag. So I would just go through the buildings, Kai, and just take a look, right? You don't always have to jump a castle level if you got enough buildings that you can get all your chests. Now, with that being said, I've run into a different kind of issue, or just another challenge to overcome. And that is, so I'm going to get about 7 million points for this building, so that'd be a definitely good one to do. 7, you just kind of do the math in your head. And so, guys, check this out. Is this not dope? You got to watch the stream for this, so everyone turn on your stream really quick. But check this out. Tell me when you see that calculator. Huh? Anyone see the calculator yet?
I just saw it.
Yeah, you just saw it? It's coming? It's there?
Oh, I see. I was looking at the game screen. I'm like, where the hell is there a calculator?
That's what I mean. You got to look at the stream. So you go to the stream, right, and just look at this. Just hop out of your game for 1 second and look at the stream.
I was looking at the stream. I was just very focused in on the game.
Oh, I see. No worries. No worries. So basically, so I would go through those buildings, right, Kai? So we are at 7 million. Look at this, guys. I can do this right with you from now on. This is a new thing I discovered last night, I think, while I was messing around. but I can just put my calculator on there and I can run through this stuff, and I can put text on the thing too beside the game that we can all read and follow along with. But we'll say, so that one building is about 7 million, right? So we'll look at that one. Then let's go back at this one. If I can upgrade both these buildings, right? You just kind of go like this, Kai. You go through, that's probably another 7 million-ish. So plus another 7 mil. And then just kind of go through here. This building too will probably be a good one to upgrade.
And on building day, do you usually use 100% tickets or just 50?
I will explain that in a second, but for this next
Sure.
one, I will for sure use 100% tickets, and I'll tell you why in a second. So this one's another, what's that, 8? Just about 8 million there. So plus another 8 million. Okay, so you just kind of go through and see what you got available, right? Now, the unfortunate part about this one is, as you'll see, I can't upgrade it until I upgrade that one. So we'll just say that building's off the table. Same with the dragon. This one's off the table too, I believe. Yeah, because that one needs to finish before I can upgrade these, so I'd have to speed all those up. And basically, if you got a lot of build speed ups, that'd be good, but this will take, oh, not too long. I thought it would be like 3 days. That's not too bad. I might even do those. So we'll say I do these also after I pop that the Dragon Temple. I also do these ones, and we'll just go down here again. All I'm doing, guys, is I'm taking this one and minusing that off of it just roughly in my head, so about 3 million there. So let's add another 3 mil. Right, and then, so as you can see, those 3 buildings are quite good for build points. These are a little bit lower level still, so they're not quite as good. That one's definitely doable with speed ups or gems. So another 4 mil we'll say there roughly. So yeah, I would just go through like that, Kai. Get a picture of how much you got on the table before you even upgrade your castle. And so I got about 30 mil. Okay, so the only issue there is that's probably not enough to get my 9 chests. Woo woo! I'm at 9 chests, guys. I just cracked it open yesterday. Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, go into your research, go into zone commemoration, and I just cracked super rewards. So now I can get 9 chests. It's hella hard, but they're open. Basically, it gets a lot easier when you get the arms expert, because then it's 300% and it's gravy. But yeah, I'll be working down this tree, and as you get these, it also helps increase class of province recruitment score. Like each day, basically, as you unlock these, it gets you a little bit easier on those days. So it'll get easier for sure. But so I need, I think it's like 150, 130 million. The unfortunate part of this game is you can't check. But what I mean by that is you go into here, and all you can see about your later chests is roughly what's in them, right? Well, not roughly, exactly what you get for opening them. They don't tell you how much you need, so that's kind of something you got to memorize, write down, do something. It's very, very good technique to write it down, because those will only change as you upgrade your castle, right? So when I get to C20, then I'll make another little note. Okay, for 9 chests each day is roughly this much, right? And it depends on which day it is, because they vary slightly. But we'll go with 130 million, right, Kai? So if we go back to my calculator's only at 30 mil, right? And so I do have a couple things you got to think about, right? Is I do have this, so I'm already going to get double that, right? So I'm going to get times 2 automatically if I pop a ticket. We'll say we'll add another 29 to that, right? If I pop a ticket at the same time I'm doing that with that, that'll add another 29 mil. Add another 29 million. But as you can see, it's still going to be shy. So basically, I only have the option, really, if I want to get all 9 chests, I need to pop my castle. Does that make sense, Kai? I'm sure that's a lot more information than you're looking for. But
No. I was definitely following. But I think I was also only following because I know the equation that you taught us for how to discover the million points.
yes.
So it might be something you can look at for future.
Yeah.
I think I might include that in the description or something below.
Okay, perfect. So you meant like how to tell how many building points you're getting per building. Is that the one? Yeah.
Yes.
So for building points, let's see if it's the proper hourly. That would be perfect. Aha, yes, this is a good one. So increase 1 building power, plus so every 1 building power you get gives you 1,000 points towards this hourly. But that's the same ratio for building day too. Exact same ratio. So actually, this is a good one to remember, this hourly, because that's the same ratio for all those days. Training day, blah 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 blah. Well, not training day, but tech day and build day. Because training day is train troops, right? Not speed up. But yeah, so basically what she's talking about is if you go into details of any building, you go to more, and basically you're looking at the increase in build power, was what it said. Increase 1 build power, you get 1,000 points. So basically, if you go over to the build power, it's increasing from 23,747 to 30,216. So therefore, you'd have to go to your calculator if you want the exact. I just roughly did it in my head. But you go to your calculator, take what you're going to minus what you're at, and that's what you're going to get times 1,000 towards your build day points. If all things are equal and you have no buffs. Now, as I saw, I have arms expert, so we'll times that by 2. And then I also have another 100%, so we'll times it. We'll actually go back 646900, and we'll times it by 3 because I have 200%. Or I'll go get from 100% to 200%, and then if I pop a 100% ticket, that's 300% points, right? So I'll times it by 3, and I would get 20 million points for that building. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and actually, okay, that I was always curious at how you were hitting points that were like in the 35 to, and above million point range. And so, okay, so like those extra multipliers are where I was missing in the math.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I probably didn't explain that when I went over ZoneCom, but that's why ZoneCom's so important to Max. Not only is it all this stuff you're getting every day once you finish it is worth like $300, $400, I don't know exactly, $400. I will give you an exact figure when I get there. But $400 real dollars to buy it straight up in the game, right? So that's a crazy amount if you're a spender. Now you don't have to spend that to have the same resources. And then also it helps you within the tree to unlock the stuff for the tree, right? So the moment you get your 6 chests unlocked, it gives you arms expert. So you go from 100 once it's maxed to 200, right? So you go from 100, base points, normal points, to 200% right off the bat. And then that helps you. These things speed things up, blah, blah, blah. The only difficult thing about the 9 is you don't get the jump up until down here, which is GreenSorcerer, I think, and probably ECMF is probably on this one. But this one's crazy, because when you get that max, then you're at 400% increase. So 200 plus the 100 from this, plus a super ticket, or a combined Clash of Province ticket. 100 from this will give you 400% bonus on your base points. So this building now becomes, instead of 30 million, it becomes, whatever the heck that is, or 20 million. It comes up again by another, 25 million or so for that same building, same thing. So that's why it's so important to focus on the ZoneCom on Tech Day, and even just getting that unlocked. Yeah, it gets crazy, and then you pop tickets throughout your day, and you can just stack those 100% as you good for half an hour, and then you can extend it to longer if you can get the next ones. But triple dipping helps you get all those points effectively, and also gives you more gems to slam through the buildings that you need to do the plan I just illustrated, right, if you're triple dipping properly. But yeah, that'll be that. So basically, thank you, Kai, because I had prepped for build day yet, but it looks to me like, just if I'm off the top of my head here, my longest day is 2 days, so I 3 days, we'll call that one, and I'm gonna need to do my castle if I want to get, so I need to do it 4 days, so I need to do it today. I need to start my castle today, right, if I'm gonna hit it without using speed ups, right, which is probably the most effective way to do it, but the only problem is
Okay.
We got some disgusting amounts of resources.
Yeah.
But the nice thing
like,
is,
I mean, that 20 mil marble maybe, but
yeah, the nice thing is that's why I always think about it around KE, because that's going to be my goal for KE is I'm going to go out and get my resources for C20. Right? I'm going to make sure I plan out, look for targets I know will have enough resources, bigger castles, get them when their shield just barely pops or when their legion is out. Whatever you do, go and get some resources, plan it out, and I'll easily get these resources. It is a lot, especially the iron, but I'll easily get it if I do KE properly. Right? That's why I always, to go back to your original thing, that's why I always talk about KE. Plan your build day around KE, because that's where build day is mass amounts of resources you need, of like the hard to get ones too, like iron and wood and stuff like that. Make sense, Kai?
I have a question. Can I work after the break?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that is a great question, and the answer is yes. Yeah, let me have a break for 5-10 minutes, get some water, and I'll hit you right back, Mar. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and if you're on Discord, entertain the people watching on the stream here. Unmute yourself and talk amongst yourself and entertain them for a second. I'll be back.
just puts it on us, Mar.
Yeah, I guess so.
Except for now, I'm desperately thirsty, so I too will go get water.
Well, go.
How's everyone's day going?
Pretty good.
Definitely. Yeah, pretty good. Having a good rest. How about yours?
All good.
Oh, that's really good to hear.
We are having fun in 339.
Woohoo! We should join the party.
We started joking about tiling and how far we can get from Act 1. We made it all across the desert.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well done.
He just trying to make conversation so you wouldn't be alone.
Yeah. Trying.
These water breaks seems to get longer.
Yeah, it seems so. Yeah. Well, it's not even 2 minutes, so be patient, my little Padawan.
He okay. I'm still wondering who my team will declare on.
Who from your team?
What alliance we're declaring on?
Ah. Well, I'm sure your leader knows. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to avoid big castles. I started being super nerdy with the ROC information section.
Good on ya. Well done. Just don't become too nerdy. We love you all the way you are.
Noli, do you mean the ROC information section over like at the Discord information center?
Yeah, I started looking at coordinates through the helps find them faster and also gives me estimate of how many players will participate. Yeah, I mean that one.
Yeah, Mar, do you have the invite to that Discord? There's like a whole, and anybody else who wants it, I'm so happy. I think I can invite people. Let me check. Yes, I can. So there's like this ROE information server where many people have posted tons of information about Rise of Empires. So it's just like another Discord server that where people can find info. Is that what you're talking about now?
Oh, I have it.
Oh yeah, but I was more saying for like
But
Mar
no.
or Hilda or Elle who don't have it. Oh, that's not what you're talking about?
I was talking about the ROC menu in game.
Oh, like all the info they have there. Yes.
Yeah?
So juicy. So good.
I started taking screenshot videos to look at later.
Sounds like a good plan.
Hee, it's fun. Something to do apart from tiling.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I know, Noli. I'll sometimes just like sit there staring at my Legion crawling across the screen. I'm like, how long have I been doing this?
Yeah. Same here.
Yeah.
I'm in the
Like-
farm now, tiling.
Yeah.
Again.
Oh gosh, I'm like, have I become a total drone? Yes, but do I care?
Hee,
No.
that's why I'm always reading all the drama.
Yes. No. Feed us the stories. Tell us everything.
Oh yeah, tell us. Because I'm avoiding everything regarding
Me?
drama.
Me too, for the most part. I feel like I just like don't even have
Which
time to
one?
get in, get my chest, leave. Oh gosh, if there is more than one, I don't even know. I think I've opened a box that I'm unsure. I take it back. I take it back, and I'm scared.
Me too.
Holla back.
Hee, okay, I'll retreat.
Yes.
Hello. hello, people.
Hey, brother.
So guess what just happened to me?
Do tell.
Oh yeah, so I have. If you don't know,
Oh, oh.
What was that? Oh,
No.
what was that supposed to say? So let me see what Noli's trying to say. Oh, yeah. That's it. That is what she's trying to say. So I have 3 kids. My oldest is 4 years old, and her name is Margaret. We call her Maggie, and she's awesome. She often, when my wife is out doing whatever she's doing tonight, she's out doing something. But she often gets to stay up with Dad, and she just found out that I'm on YouTube right now. And so she's like, I want to watch you on YouTube. So we just put it on the big screen, and she's watching us on YouTube now. So just remember that.
Yeah.
And I'll do my best to remember that also.
Hi, Maggie.
Hi, Maggie. So, can I ask?
Hi there.
Yes, Mar. Did you hear him say hi to you? She's so excited you guys said hi to her.
Oh, that's really cool. So, it's about Key. My only experience I have on that is when I was in the other alliances, as you are aware of, and I was doing things by myself. So, but I was wondering which is the best strategy on key events.
Okay, yeah. So on which events? Like on COP? Like which days? Is that what you mean?
No, in the weekend, the killing event.
Oh, the KE. I thought you said the key. I was like,
No,
I don't understand.
sorry.
I don't understand you, Australian, and your beautiful accent. I don't get you. No, KE. On the KE event.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Did you come to us after we did some coordinated strikes?
Yeah,
Ooh.
obviously.
Well, I'm going to start that up again now that the YouTube's up and running, because that'll be some good content for the YouTuber people. And my 4-year-old daughter, apparently. But
And also to help our alliance.
yeah, most importantly, to help Mar. Screw the alliance, to help Mar.
Yeah.
So
Wait, and I think L also came after we did KE tactics.
yeah, and so I've actually reached out to her personally. She's my little Padawan, my YouTube Padawan student.
Yeah.
So she is all over that, and she'll be there for the videos. She'll be like my little guinea pig to show those videos. But we'll start getting into it now that everyone's comfortable with ROC and how it's going. The only problem with KE and ROC at the same time is, if you haven't noticed, you have to do KE at the beginning of that day. There ain't waiting, because if you wait, then you won't have stamina for ROC War at the end of that KE day, which is day 6, right? Let me show you what I mean. Go into we'll go into Clash of Provinces first. So KE is day 6, which is reset. The next reset will be start of day 6 is KE, when we as an alliance are all going to shield. Correct, TTT?
Yeah.
Yes.
But as you can see here, so resets in 22 hours, 21 and a half. Is that right?
2:30, 22 and a half.
Yeah, that's right. So how come this total war is? How come do I have my days mixed up? How come this war is? Oh yeah, no, it's at the end of KE. No, that's right. Okay, so KE is in 21 and a half hours, and then at the end of KE is Reign of Chaos War. And if you're part of the team, you know when we're supposed to be prepping for ROC War. If you're going to be at the war, is about 8 hours to 10 hours before, depending on your research and how long it takes you to get all your stamina back, right?
So that's basically means that cuts your KE down by 10 hours, right? So you basically have to do it at reset. And so we'll be working on that. And that's what we did with our coordinated strikes, is we did do it at reset. We did all our coordinated strikes at reset, and it was a lot of fun. I know Kai was one of the people that got to really participate in that. And the unfortunate part is if we don't do it this week, we'll never get to do it again for another month. Because what I mean by that is if we go into competition rankings, we're about to move to Gold League. Gold Division, I guess they call it. Okay? And this is a little note on Gold Division. Everyone we play against for KE is going to have every single castle in their state C25. Yes. So that's not going to be a lot of fun, and we'll be stuck there for about 3 weeks. Week 1, 2, 3 again. So we have this week, and then we have COP warm-up week, and then it will be 3 weeks of shielding for 3 days every weekend. So yes, Mar, to your question, we will be doing some work as an alliance on that. But the basic, just to answer your question, with something that's usable if we don't get around to it before then. Something that's usable is I'll try and scrounge up my old notes, and Kai's probably got them too. But we had a good checklist. Like, okay, if you're doing KE, you need to do this first, do these 5 things, and then go do KE. And basically, there's a lot of prep work if you want to do KE well, because KE is very dangerous, because you can get all your resources, then you can get them all taken away. But that's not so bad. You can also lose all your troops, which is the worst thing, and get zeroed, which is the real bad thing, because then a 0 sets you back anywhere from 48 to 72 hours, especially if you're a free-to-play player, right? Yeah. So getting 0 during KE is definitely not good, and that's why we are very strict at our alliance on shielding, right? Because if I see castles that get zeroed, they will probably move to the academy right away, because it's not good, and you'll definitely be useless to us for that next war, right? Because you won't have any troops, and you won't be able to rebuild them in time unless you spend money. And so KE is very tricky. It's probably the hardest day of COP because it's the most dangerous, like high reward for sure. You can get tons of resources for sure, but there's also mass amount of risk involved, and that's why we have a very good outline that I put together, and we'll get it to you. I'll probably when that day comes around, but basically 5 steps to doing KE perfectly, I guess, right? 5 steps to prep for it, scout your opponents, and make sure you have all the resources necessary to go and get all your chests in one go at reset, and then come back, put your shield on for a day, and you're good to go. Does that make sense, Mar?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I guess usable data right now, what I can tell you right now is the biggest part about doing KE successfully is scouting, right? And so I'll show you exactly. It's very easy to scout now that we're in ROC, because every time I go to a place in tile, I just do this. I go to my bookmarks, and I have a bunch of targets already marked in 340 and in some other states that I just wrote KE beside. And when KE comes, then I'll go to those targets and see if they're still there, see what I wanted to get from them. I'll make a note on the target. I'll show you. I actually saw this from a phenomenal YouTuber. A great YouTuber I saw, I can't remember which one it was, or I would totally shout him out right now, but one of the YouTubers I watch all of them that have to do with ROE, and what he does is he goes in here, I think it might have been Lord Pontail, I don't remember though, but he goes in here and he just goes like this. So okay, if I was going to hit this castle, I would just go into my bookmark and I would go C22 10 mil power modify. Okay, and then so when KE starts, when you're counting down the seconds to reset, then I just have like 10 15 bookmarks, and I can just go boom. Okay, he has a shield, I can't hit him. Boom. Okay, boom. This I've marked a hive. This hive will be ripe, so we'll see how many people shield. Obviously there'll be a bunch shielded, but this is a very good hive to hit. A lot of 1920s farms, a lot of stuff can be done in this hive as long as they don't shield. But then that gives you a bunch of targets, and you just kind of go through them as KE gets there. And some, obviously most of them will be shielded, but that's where having like numbers matters, where 10 to 15 targets, and then half of them get shield, and half you can go port to. So, yeah. Does that make sense, Mar?
Yeah, absolutely. What I have been doing thus far is going basically almost at the edge of each state, scouting the area and hitting only the ones that, only one or two castles in the same area, and that's what I've been doing so far.
That's smart. Yeah, you have the right idea because, yeah, for instance, Mar, this would be a good spot for you to go to, minus that castle's going to have no troops. But you would go to the edge, and you'd find a couple castles close together that actually have some power, because if they don't have power, then that means they don't have troops, and
Exactly.
you're not going to get points.
Yeah, exactly.
But so you maybe pop over here. You're a little bit small for these ones, but basically another tip I can give you. So that's tip number 1: do a good scouting job. And it sounds like you're doing that on some level already. Just hopefully refine that a little bit, get a little bit better at that as a skill to be worked on. And then the other one is what is the other one? The scouting. I just thought of it, man. It's just gone. You know when you get old, Mari, what happens to your brain? I mean, it hasn't happened to you yet because you're only 25, but when you're 31 like myself, you start losing it.
I think you usually tell us to have a partner.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's a huge thing, too. So, I remember. You just sparked my memory. Thank you, Fox, you fantastic individual. You fantastic fox. Alliteration for the win. Okay, anyway. Thank you, Fox. Basically, yeah, it's always wise to go with a partner, and preferably one that's at the next troop level above you. Because that goes into my second piece of advice, which is, or my third piece, whatever order you're going in now. I was going to say my second piece was this. Only attack people in your same troop level. So you're T6s, right?
Yes.
So that means you don't go anyone C19 and up. You stay C below. You go C18 and below, right?
Yes.
And preferably, probably, if you feel confident enough, go for C18s because you'll get the most points off those people and the most resources, right? But just remember that they will be more active than a C16 at this stage in the game, too. So it's kind of a risk, a gamble, but as long as you're quick to pour it away or shield up or do whatever, then you're good to go, right?
Yep, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no, so that's it. And take a partner. So find someone, just go through the members, and if your friend's really close with someone already, then that would be perfect. Oh, baby, the messages are coming in. I mass spammed 100 people before the stream today for recruiting purposes. Anyway. So basically just go through the member list, and if you have someone that you're really fond of or something, just as long as they're bigger than you and have like T7s, right? You have T6s. We have lots of people with T7s, so just go find someone that's willing to go with you, that works in the same time as you, kind of plan it together right around reset-ish would be the best time because we have that war afterwards. But yeah, just find someone. I'm even willing to go with you too, Mar. If you send me a message, I'm willing to set that up too. I used to do, when we were small, I used to do one-on-one KEs with the team. But as we got larger, that was a little bit more difficult. And so the OGs of the team got to experience that, which was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing that. They would go, I would port first in my shield, then they would come over, and I would just reinforce them while they attacked a bunch of castles at the same time. Right? Kind of eliminating that risk of being hit.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, super cool because we were able to get many chests, especially because ECMF was quite high level compared to the rest of us. So we would port over with C15s and C16s, and she's protecting our back very well. And so that'll be more of the coordinated stuff, but definitely it doesn't hurt having a buddy if you go to do KE. It definitely doesn't hurt at all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That hopefully helps you, gives you some information.
Absolutely, thank you.
And then I just wanted to show, because I always like doing this with the screen share stream, I'd want to show you what I would do here, okay? Just so you have an idea of the best kind of strategy. Now, I generally do not hit castles that have tiles around, because this is going to be real obnoxious if I get interrupted. And what I mean by that is I'm going to port here because I want to hit that castle and these 3 castles, right? Say this was KE and they weren't shielded. Obviously it's not KE, but I'll basically run through the example of what I was explaining. Does that work for you, Mar?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I will have the checklist, do the quick checklist, which is very simple. I just go into here. I break my shield and make sure that my shield's not on cooldown, which is 19 minutes. So we'll say that's already done. I don't have a shield on. As you can see, there's no shield cooldown. I'll pop my might. I'll pop my defense. And then I might even do an anti-scout depending on what I'm trying to accomplish. But that's, you don't really need that one. But I would just pop those 2 for sure. I go through and I double...
Attack and defense, yeah.
Yeah, attack and defense for sure. That always helps.
Yeah.
I double check my med temps are empty. Perfect. I double check my resources are completely depleted as best I can. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do that right now. But I would make sure these are relatively low, so in case I do get hit in transit, I don't lose everything I worked up to before KE. I'm only losing what I got during that moment of attack, right? So I'd check that. And then the final thing is... check my legions, just make sure I have my equipment on my class, make sure my class is at 100 stamps, so obviously I wouldn't go if this was KE right now because it's not at 100 stamp. I would change out my stuff. I can't do it because it's out gathering, but I'd change it out to my cav stuff. I'd put on all my purple cav stuff, or blue, whatever color that is. I think that's blue. Put that on, make sure my class legion has my 3 best heroes with my highest troops, and then I'm ready to go. As long as I'm at a cooldown, then I would go... Oh, shit, that was such a good example. Oh, good, my kid's not watching anymore. She's going to be like, Dad, you told me not to say that word. Yes, if you're wondering, guys, shit is a bad word in my house, and I say it way too often.
No,
so.
it should be a bad word. Well done.
Okay, so I think we were over here somewhere at a... but basically, I would try and avoid the tile area, because if you were watching me during KE last time, I got set on fire because I didn't avoid the tile area because I was just messing around. But I didn't lose too many resources. I only lost $500,000 of everything, which wasn't a big deal. But it was the troops, because I had to spend $2 million of everything to regain my troops back. But basically, Mar, so I'm ready to go. I've done my checklist. And now I'm going to go. Now, if I'm just going solo style, that's fine. We'll just pretend I'm going solo style. But if I was going to port here, I need some place to port out. And I don't have one, so this is a very, very poor example. Okay, right there, okay? Because the idea is I'm going to port. I'm going to port here. Is my favorite part of these. I get to just burn my resources, but it's all for the team, right? Don't worry, I got lots of this stuff. I don't mind it. Just remember, you can't ever say Papa Warl did nothing for you. Or BrotherW, whatever you want to call me. Queen Warl works too. So I would port here, and then the moment I land, I'm already clicking. I can't do this right now, but I'm clicking go. Hit that castle. Oh, look, hello. So if that would have been KE and I saw that happen, I would immediately smash that castle and then dip out. But I probably wouldn't, because I'm probably stronger than this castle. I'm at 9 million power. I'm kind of confident in my ability to build my legions properly. I would smash that castle, then wait to see what he does. If he comes at me, perfect. I'd probably win, and then I smash him again and just keep going. And then I hit his buddies here. But see, the only problem is this isn't a bad spot, but the only problem is what happens when a C-25 from his team ports in right here. Okay, a C-25 ports in right there, and now I get red screen, right? My screen goes red, and I'm scrambling. Holy shit, my legions are out, because I just sent my legion out here, marching on this 18, and it's coming back. I can't shield. Oh, thank God. I'm over here, I drop over here, and I port here. My legion comes back, and then I shield. Boom, boom. That would be the successful KE. I ideally would have hit each one of those castles 2 or 3 times. I obviously would have popped my 100% ticket too. I missed that part in the prep. But then now I'm good. I got all those resources, all those points, and I didn't get hit once.
Yeah.
Right? But that's why it's a little bit risky in the grid, because if that C25 is marching on me and then they speed up their march, I'm not going to find a spot before they hit me, right? And then I just basically undid all of that resource gain, which sucks, but I did get points at least. So it's not a total loss because I still get those points. It's not like he can take my KE points away from me. So I got my chests, hopefully. But it's just risky. So you want to have, if you're going to fight in tiles in the corners of the map and stuff like that, it's not a bad strategy. Just make sure you have a good exit plan or a buddy there to reinforce you. I try, for KEs, honestly, I try and go closer to the mud, like in this area. So if I'm doing a little bit of scouting, I would go like this, zoom out, drop these off, that off, and then I would just scout around for some castles. I want to find a little clump of castles, preferably. And the best thing to do that is find an alliance center, and then there'll probably be a clump of castles here. So this would be a better option, minus that big boy, right? I definitely don't want to be messing around there because they're the next troop up from my castle, right? So I don't want to be messing with anything above C21, and they've got 2 people right here, so this is not a good spot. But if those 2 castles weren't there, then this would be wide open, right? I could drop in here, hit all these castles, and then I could just port right beside my castle, right? I don't have to pan away. I just port. My castle's here, we'll say. Use your imagination. And then I see my screen go red because this guy ports to me. I immediately port here, and then I shield because my legion's back with me now.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's some usable information for you, Mar, to just
absolutely.
improve your KE experience.
Yeah, I really appreciate that because I've been doing everything by myself, and it's
definitely difficult.
what I learned by myself.
Yeah, it's not a bad strategy. That's how I first learned the game too. It's always nice though to have a friend with you, right? To cover your back and to get some pointers from other people that have been playing the game a little bit longer too. A lot of my KE stuff nowadays comes from YouTube. There's a lot of good YouTubers that put on like a KE. They'll put up a video of KE. Now, one thing, just remember, I am on YouTube and I'm a YouTuber technically. Just remember one thing, that get a bunch of random teleports for escape. Good point, Kaiser. Yeah, let's talk about that in a sec.
Yeah.
But basically, one thing I want to say about YouTubers, okay? Just because they're on YouTube doesn't mean they're good at the game, and the things they're telling you to do are also good. Now, that's why I always preface my information for my alliance. Like, you do whatever you want if you're watching me from YouTube. But my alliance, the things I'm sharing with you are probably pretty good for you because I have a lot of beginners on my team, right? And so it's good stuff, but a lot of stuff I see on YouTube is definitely not good gameplay. But they're just learning like the rest of us, right? So let's not put them up on a pedestal. Just remember that they're learning the game just like us. But yeah, look at all this information that just got posted in our Discord. If you're not on Discord, get over here now. There's all kinds of stuff being posted. Yeah, Mar, look at that stuff. Yeah, I read that one. Thanks. Perfect. Yeah.
I read that a few days ago.
Yeah.
I was wondering if something.
Yeah. So
it's also better to see an example, and you did that.
Oh, for sure. So let's give this guy a scare real quick. I'm gonna pop my my shield. So you just pop your shield by scouting someone. But basically what Kaiser's talking about is it's a good strategy for sure. The only problem is you can't do it with your Legion out. But that's why an 8-hour shield and a random teleport is the exact same cost. Is you have to advance teleport away and then random or shield. But what you can do is if you're good, you use your advanced teleports to sit right beside a castle, hit them, and then random away immediately after.
You have to go through your bag to activate it.
Go to your bag to what?
To use the random teleport.
Right, but I can't use it if my troops are out.
Oh, you can teleport anytime, it doesn't matter.
I just clicked it. You see the message?
Once you teleport, all your troops come back immediately, whether they are mid-march or whatever.
Oh yeah, with an advance. So you're saying use it after the advance? Is that what you're saying?
No, random advance is the same thing. Random is just that you don't know where you're going. That's all.
Here, let me show you again. Let me scare this guy again. Okay, so I have a scout out right now. Well, I can't do a march, or I'd show you that. I can't random right now, my good sir. Use teleport to random location in this province. Master, your troops are still outside the
Yeah,
town. You
go
cannot move your...
go to your back now. Go to your back.
Yeah.
Click on the random. You will go. Use. Yep. You go immediately, man. Or because you are scouting, I think.
So you think if it was a normal attack and not a scout, it would work? Is that what we're saying?
I'm not too sure, but I can't remember. But that's an option for you. Just to have it.
Yeah, so
Like you're
that's
yeah.
that's totally a good option, because basically what is good about that is you don't have to wait your cooldown of your shield. So basically, say I hit that guy, my screen goes red, my troops are back now, I just go ahead and the only sucky part is it's from the bag and not from the buff screen. I don't like that, but same I guess with other stuff. So I could random, and it just shoots me across and into zone 1. It always shoots you to zone 1. Well, not always, but more often than not. I believe it's kind of a gamble where it shoots you. But I've found through many random teleports, I get shooted to zone 1, which is good, because most of the big castles aren't sitting out here in Whoop Whoop, right? So you're sitting out here now, and then now you don't have to wait your cooldown. You can plan your next attack. Unfortunately, this is not a good example because I did pop my shield. But if I didn't have a shield on, I would have random out to random place. Now, if I did get hit, I can go into my castle real quick. That's another thing you should be doing midway through your strikes is just make sure you heal your troops, even gem them so you're empty again, spend your resources, and go wild again. So that's what I use the randoms for, is halfway through after I've hit 3 or 4 or 5, 6 castles, and my resources, my bins are full, the storages are full-ish or getting high up there, and my troops need to be healed. I'll random away, and then I'll do all that in a safer place, like out in the middle of nowhere. I'll just scan around real quick. Okay, there's definitely not a castle nearby me. So no one should be able to just instantly find me. And then I'll go into my castle and do my stuff. Spend all those resources would be the number one thing, right? I would start my siege. I would start my castle. Boom. I'd use my 20 mil of that. 16. I'd start that, and then my bins are empty. I look at my the clash. Okay, I got 6. I need 3 more chests or something, right? All right, let's go find some more targets, and I don't have to wait down the cooldown again. And so my ticket, my 30-minute ticket, is still running, and I don't have to wait 19 minutes, which it would then put it off, right? And I'd have to burn another ticket. So that's a good point. Thanks, Kaiser. Definitely, random teleports can be used in there. Just the only thing is, like you saw, I believe it might have been an update recently, Kaiser, but they definitely, when you're scouting or attacking, it'll say that same thing. I don't have any more random teleports. Let me see if I can't buy one. Random. Okay, let's buy one of those. You'll see that message. That's why randoms, in the heat of the moment, you're screwed, because if someone's marching on you, you also can't random. It won't let you random. But that might have just been in an update there, Kaiser, so they might have changed that recently, or compared to LSS. Maybe it's different in LSS even. But you definitely, in the strategy, when my screen goes red and I have open space beside me, let me just burn another one for you. I go like that, and then I just go, oh shoot, I'm still on cooldown. That sucks. Oh wait, no it doesn't, because now my troops are back in. Now I just random away. Right, so that's another thing. If you're on the cooldown phase, make sure you have a random so you can advance teleport, then random. Does that make sense, Mar, and everyone else?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely as well.
So just remember, I just burned a lot of stuff to show you that. So don't ever say I never did nothing for you, okay? But that's okay. What are resources anyway? In a resource management game, who cares?
Hey, there's this thing I'm not too sure whether does it still work or not. Let's say if you have a shield on, you go into where the big castle is in the middle, it will actually break the shield, right? And I'm not sure whether does it still work. Last time it does not have a cooldown if you do it that way.
Oh, so say you have your shield on and you go port into a hive. You want to break your shield by doing what? Using a random?
No, going to the middle where the big kingdom is, the big castle is.
Oh, like the throne?
Yeah, because in that area there's no shield.
Oh, interesting. Yes, let's go find that. I did not know if this is true. So what do you say?
I'm not sure does it still work or not.
Oh, but I need a shield on to prove this, right? We'll wait 16 minutes. We'll wait, and I'll put a shield on. And then what we're saying is if I have a shield on and I go in there, then I don't have a cooldown anymore. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try that. I love that. Remind me in 12 minutes, guys. We're going to try that. That's super cool. Thanks, Kaiser. I want to try that. That's a cool strategy. It uses one more advanced port, but still, you can hit people in the mud, too, as long as there's not a throne truce. But who cares about throne truces? I mean, care about that stuff. Be a good statesman. But basically, say I was in this province, and obviously no one's going to be in the mud right now, but if they're fighting for their throne, which is always the start of KE, you could port in there. Just remember, fighting in the mud is a whole different ball game if you've never done it. Watch out. Your troops, as you can see, look at that guy. Look how fast that army's going, right? The mud's a real sketchy place. But let's try that. I want to see, because that'd be an interesting way to get rid of that cooldown. So you don't have to wait if you got stuck in the middle of a battle. You could pop into their mud, then pop out. And yeah, interesting. This is the kind of fun strategy I like about this game.
Yeah, because like if you break a shield, outside you get like you need to wait like 20 minutes, right? But if you break your shield inside there before you fight, you don't have a cooldown.
Yeah. That's cool, because if you fight in the mud, then say you fight a couple battles in the mud, you hop out, then you can shield immediately is what we're thinking, right?
Yeah, it used to work in LSS. I think it still works, but I'm not sure does it work here.
Well, we'll find out. We don't do a lot of fighting in the mud, but this could be a strategy to get back and use your 30-minute ticket, right? So I'll explain to you what I mean by that, but yeah, in 10 minutes I want to try that. That's dope. Thanks so much for bringing that up. That's awesome. So cool. But yeah, I'm gonna stay where I'm at then, because we'll use a couple more advanced teleports. Hopefully I have some still. Did I have some? Okay, I got 5.
Yeah, because you're not breaking your shield yourself. The game is breaking it for you.
Yeah, so that's like they're giving you a little bit of break on that cooldown. Yeah. It's like when it falls off automatically, then you don't have the cooldown either. Interesting. Awesome. So this would be another kind of spot, particularly too for KE scouting. What I tend to do when it's ROC is I like to scout the team we're going against, and that's who I hit last KE was DWA. So if I can get a bunch of their resources and they're not ready for the war, and it was partly a few of their castles, 5, 10 of their castles are not ready for that war at the end of that day because of me, that's a win, right? They'll have to spend some money if they want to be ready for the war or whatnot. So it's always good to, this is our next target, to maybe pick some of those people to target, see if we can't set them back a little bit to make our war a little bit easier. That's an added kind of strategy thing, part of KEs during ROC seasons. Yeah, awesome. That is great. Hopefully that was good, Mar. You good? You're good, my friend?
Oh, absolutely. I thanked you already many, many times, and I will still thank you for that.
Well, thank you for your great question, okay? Because it sparked a great discussion here, and I'm about to learn something new, so I always love that. So thank you. Okay, so yeah, like I said, if you're not on the Discord, definitely hop over to our Discord, BrotherW Discord. I'll put the link, someone will put the link for the Discord right into the chat on the stream, just in case, so you can click it right there. But if you go to the main screen of the channel, you'll see a little Discord symbol. and get there because, like I said, we got lots of information, great community, great people just to hang out. Oftentimes we'll have DJ GreenSorcerer will be chilling in one of our voice channels with our DJ bot Rhythm, and he'll be spouting some stuff there, so that's always fun. But if I'm ever online, I'm definitely, usually, if I'm not busy with my kids or my wife, then I'm on Discord, so you can catch me at random times for questions too, which is also fun. Yeah, but guys, how you feeling? Feeling fresh? I'm feeling fresh. We're at the about 2 hour mark of being live here, so that's kind of where we're at. I'm for this one because it's our first one in a while. I'm willing to stick around for any more questions for as long as anyone's here for. So you got me kind of all night. So, but definitely, if you got something to do, someplace to be, people that need your attention or just you're sick of hearing my voice, please, this is the time to leave. I thank you greatly for being here. And before you go, this gets uploaded to the channel to review and watch 5 to 10 minutes afterwards, and then it will be time-stamped roughly within 24 hours to 48 hours. We're kind of working on getting those time-stamped, and then you can just go to the timestamps, and you don't have to watch the whole stream. You can just be like, oh, what was that thing he was talking about with KE? There'll be a timestamp and get you right there.
Cool. And my apologies, but I will take your advice and I will definitely go and lay down a bit.
Yes, for sure. Take it easy. We love you, Mar.
Yeah,
Thanks for being here.
Love you too. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye, Mar. So nice to see you or hear your voice.
Bye,
Hi.
Hey, War.
Yes, sir.
Hey, War. One of the things we used to do, I think way back, was like, we usually get like for the smaller castle, like this, like they're 22, 23s. You get a guy with T9 reinforce it during KE. He's like a bait for the other state as well.
Yeah. Totally. That's what we were doing. We were trying to do that with our coordinated strikes. The 2 times we did it for KE, we went to kind of dead states. Funny enough, 340 was one of them. We just had our war with them. But that's exactly a great strategy. What we did was Kai was, I think, the person for that one, right, Kai? Is you were C18, C17 at the time? I can't remember. But basically what we did was exactly what you said, Kaiser. We dropped her in the middle of their hive with a shield on. And then we had Green, we had Run, we had Proud Noipai, and ECMF way out away from their hive, and then they sent reinforcements to them, and then she broke shield and just kind of baited people into attacking her. And it was awesome.
Usually it works better in your own state,
Yeah.
where you reinforce everything and let people come and look for you.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we should try that because that's a lot easier to manage because it's less ports and all that stuff. And we could do that, actually. We should do that. We're going to do that, I should say. We're going to do that.
You should do it tomorrow.
Yeah, if you fall into the middle of the hive, they do something is funny.
Yeah, true. But surprisingly enough, it still worked. So let's go look what we got going on. Basically, what we can do, guys, I mean, obviously, when KE comes, we want to shore up most of these holes. But what we can do is we can use someone as a bait, like he's talking about, and just leave them unshielded. The problem with this strategy, I've found with our team, is we have too many people unshielded. So it's like, yeah, we're baiting them there, but then we also have a lot of collateral damage from it. Because, yeah, they maybe hit the one person that is reinforced, but then what about the 14 others? But this KE is going to be different, right, guys? This KE, everyone's going to have a shield so that we can execute this plan perfectly.
Oh,
That would be nice.
But yeah, the perfect idea would be Kai. Well, we could use you or someone else. It doesn't matter. But we would leave Kai unshield. Saz would get inside. It would be better if we used our T8 people, but they're not here.
Imagine if you have Ma, and you have ECMF reinforcing her inside.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true. It's even better because she's even lower.
Yeah.
We should use Mar. That's what we're going to do. That's going to be our present to Mar for getting dragged so many times. Yes, I love that idea. Great thinking, Kaiser. Great thinking.
Well, and I posted a screenshot that Manny guy said he was making a hit list of our players in PC
Which
after
guy?
we took their PC. That Manny,
Was that
the
DWA?
yeah, the team that we had just warred with before.
Yeah,
Fox.
the dapper suit
The
guy.
one guy with the suit. Yeah. They
That's
were
funny.
like, are you
I
taking
mean, like
notes?
normally now in LSS during KE day, we just see whoever's unsure, we just put our troop inside there. Doesn't matter.
yeah, that's something smart that I'm gonna include that simple thing in the all mail because that's easy enough to coordinate. Hey, if you got a shield on and you're not doing anything, just toss your troop into someone that's unshielded. That's what we used to try a lot when we had our hives, right? We did try that a lot. The only problem is it was hilarious because we would do that. The only problem was a C-25 would come and kill everyone's troops.
Yeah.
And that's what Matt Lee did to us a couple times, and also a few other members from his alliance. So the idea is awesome, and we'll definitely give it a shot because we do have some big castles now.
I mean, like I usually when I do KE in LSS, I don't hit castle below 24.
Yeah.
You know.
I wish that people that played with us in the surrounding states had that kind of honor level, but unfortunately, I have multiple times.
It's no point. No point. Definitely, if you have like T10s, it's not fair.
It's a waste of your 5 stamina too, because you're not getting anything, and and you're like. But many times, just if you ever want to see something horrific, just go to our hive and see someone that ports in there. It's usually a 23 or 24, and they're hitting our C17s and C16s. And it's like, okay. It's kind of like, what's the point of that? But, everyone plays for different reasons, I guess. So some people just like to watch the world burn, right? And those would be the type of people.
You know how your entire battle logs gets covered during siege event, that how my battle report log looks like, but with dragon shouts.
Yeah. I hate that about the siege thing. I almost want to tell my team to stop setting it, because when I go to like look on a KE day, and they did that, or it's not a KE day because you can't do it on KE, but the day before, and I'm trying to see. But look at this. Are you seeing our battle logs? Look at that. Noli, I wanted to thank you too. You sent I think you got Reno out of our hive last war, right? You sent like 10 dragons to her or something. Noli, are you there? Did you get buried in a pile of...
Just one.
Oh, there you go. Sorry. Yeah. I don't have my second monitor yet. Hopefully next week I'll get it, and then I'll be able to see the chat, so I won't have to tab in and out.
Wait, no, actual 2.
Yeah. It was good, though. It was coming from across the map, which stopped our people from doing it, but it was definitely cool to see someone in 341 helping us.
Missile defense.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, missile defense.
I got excited afterwards. Yeah, I thought about that afterwards.
Oh, it was all good. All good. We were probably out of dragon shouts at that point, because if you didn't see that log, let me show you again. We we used... Oh, it's disgusting. I don't even want to count this up, because like each dragon, is like 2.53 million charcoal and same amount of gold, so... Yeah, and they were mostly all used on farms, which is normal, I guess, but yeah, it was annoying, that's for sure. Awesome. Love the strategy talk, guys. I love this kind of stuff. That's what I love most about this game. I do love math, and I love the numbers and the equations of RSS in, RSS out, all that stuff. You'll get a lot of that from my content. But I love the strategy, because there's so many cool strategies you can do. And I'm glad that Kaiser, thanks so much for being on our team, buddy, because you've been playing LSS, which is the exact same game, basically, just zombie version or whatever. And Yeah, so you have a lot of those high-level strategies because you've been playing the game the longest, definitely out of anyone on our team, including myself, which is super fun to see.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, even if you normal like ROC now, if your C25 is there hitting buildings,
Yeah.
before you start, get a farm to fire a missile at him, so he does not get hit anymore.
Yeah, they could even do
He
that.
just have to deal with like one hit every 15 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, true. That's totally what, like, if, yeah. And then they can't even get rock dragoned, right?
They can get rock dragon.
Oh, they just can't get
You know,
hit by
you have
other
yeah,
missiles.
if you have a different kind of shouts, you can send all to him like four at the same time, four different kind of shouts.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But for black, you just get one at a time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, totally. That's super cool. Super, super cool. Awesome. Well, what else, guys? What other stuff you got? What other questions? See, we got a decent number of people watching on YouTube, so thanks for that, guys. We're just a budding channel. We're starting out, so definitely I want to, I'm new to YouTube, but, I've been watching YouTube my whole life, basically. And so, smash all those buttons, those YouTube buttons, you know them. What are they? What are they, guys? Someone help me out. Subscribe, like, comment, notification, all that jazz. Smash that with your face. And that'll be super, super awesome. Because then you'll get to see every time we're live, and it'll be fun. We can have this kind of fun every so often. One thing I did want to mention, an added benefit to the... We'll get this up on the YouTube channel too separately, but an added benefit to coming to the Discord is there's a stream schedule, right? So if you pop into there, tonight is Thursday night for me, and I'm in Alberta, Canada, so Mountain Standard Time is my time zone. So that's Q&A, and then I get my break date night on Friday with my wife, so that's chilling for that one. And then Saturday would be the next one after tonight's stream, which is a very fun thing because you can scour the internet and you'll see no one that live streams their ROC wars with their teammates. There's some that do stream their RC wars, but you only hear that individual YouTuber. The added benefit is you get to see exactly what happens as the R5. I guess that might be a benefit to being the R5, is everyone on my team has to put up with what I want to do, and I want to live stream it, so their voices get heard on the interweb. But yeah, and then you can see the uploads after, which is kind of cool for my team and also other people kind of learning the game and stuff. A lot of fun stuff. But yeah, anyone got another question? I'm gonna eat a little bit while we're hanging out here. But yeah, hit me with a question. I'll play the game a little bit too, but definitely if you interrupt me at all, just say, hey, I got a question, and we can anything to do with the game, anything at all, actually, anything about me. Why my daughter's still awake at what time is it? 10:15. She's spoiled is the answer, and it's probably gonna stunt her growth. But there you go. We can't all be good parents, right? We gotta suck at some things. Anyway, now I'm just rambling. L.
Same.
What up, dog?
My child is nothing. Just chilling.
You got your daughter this
Watching.
week, right?
Yeah. Yeah. She's here.
That's awesome.
Now she's quiet.
What, how old is she again? Like, I want to say 8 or 9 or 10, 12, 15.
Yeah, she's 8.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. I don't even know what life's going to be like when my kids get to that age. They're pretty crazy right now. Maybe it'll be easier, maybe it'll be worse. I don't know. It's kind of a coin flip at this point.
Yeah. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
I think it's easier.
I got my cat with my cow.
She's playing again.
There she is, right there. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. Awesome. So I just moved that marker there for my teammates so we know the closest, and generally if you haven't got the memo, we're generally working towards those 2 markers. Don't worry about AC1. But those 3 markers, if we can get some tiles close to all 3 of those markers, we'll be in a great position to win that next war. But yeah, we're doing a great job so far. Everyone's pulling their weight. I wanted to take a look at this. I usually try and after our midweek war, I try and look at this stuff, but there's some people on our team that are just doing a phenomenal job. Like, what the heck is this savage beast doing? Why does he have so many points? Yeah, he's doing a great job. Anyone over the 10K mark is doing phenomenal, right?
Yeah.
I think we're about halfway through the season too, right? Let's check how many days we got left. I'll just keep clicking the same buttons, hoping for a different result. Here we go, got the right one now. 30 days. 30 days left, and the goal, I don't care really where we end up, as long as everyone on this list gets 10,000 points. That is my goal as the leader. Is I want you guys to get rewards, and you need to at least, like it says, seasonal contribution needs to reach 10,000 to claim rewards. And so if you are watching the stream right now, or here on Discord, and you're not over 10K, definitely reach out to me, and I'll help you get over that mark. It's very easy, very, very easy to do. The easiest way is take purple tiles in our state. That is one of the easiest ways. That and stone donation, right? Like, that gives you a good chunk. Like, if you donate 100K stone, there's 10 right there. And some of it, look, metal single-handedly with stone donations has 10K. Right, so our big people are really pulling their weight and helping out. But I'd like to get a lot more of these people down here. But unfortunately, most of these people aren't in the right time zone for our war, so they can definitely clean purples. Some people doing some good work down here still. Excuse me. But yeah, anyone got any questions? Anyone still here?
My mom is.
Hello, small child's mom. How are you? What's your daughter's name? It's something very nice.
Emily.
Emily, yes. I love the name Emma. That is one of my favorite names of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty great name. Oh yeah, bye, Kai. You're already gone already, but she had to go eat some food.
She left.
What's this joke here, Noli? Let's open up this on Discord.
Nice.
You tiled in 338. You tiled put it crazily around that marker or something? I wish I knew the joke. We were joking about how much we could tile. Oh, nice, nice. Good one. It's always fun to have little competitions. We used to do a bunch of them. A bunch of little competitions before ROC started, and it kind of sucked the life out of us. But we used to do a lot of fun little competitions as a team. One of my favorites was when we did our, I don't know if anyone was here for it, anyone that's on this call, but does anyone remember our hive cleaning? Oh, E, you would remember that, when we used to clean our hive before KE. I don't know if you can hear me, E.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Do you remember our hive cleaning things we would do as a team?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, remember? And then I had my farms, and if you got to the person first, you could hit my farm.
Yeah, I remember that.
The problem was everyone just hit my farm regardless of whether they were in first place or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty great.
That feels like a whole different game. Like, that feels years ago, doesn't it?
Yeah, at first I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, was I part of this team?
I guess it will.
Yeah, I mean, you're one of the OGs, so you were definitely here. Oh, let's all hop into the game and do our hourly training speed up. Let's get that cracking. It's a good one to do right now. I need some more. So what I'm working on right now, obviously speed up whatever troops you need most would be the best, but T7s, I'm working on getting this to about 500 so I can effectively get them all in my class, and my Legion 1 can be full, completely full of T7s, which would give my demo value hopefully crossed over 500 if I upgrade my heroes slightly more. So that's the plan right now. So I'll be speeding up these guys, and let me show you what I mean by how simple it is to do the math. I'll take a moment to show you that, because so purple chest is 580. Purple chests are always a good idea to do purple chests. They're most cost efficient chests compared to gold. Golds are good for the hero tokens in my opinion, but they're very resource extensive to get there. But basically, so let me show you what I do regularly. I know this off by heart, but if I was to get this, I want to maximize, because I know I need to use these training speed ups to get my COP chests. And so this will get me a couple points towards COP, obviously, if I pop some of my T7 footmen through, which I will. But basically, I'm shooting for this mark, right? So 580 points. So I go, if I go to my calculator, 580,000 divided by the training every 1 minute. So this is how many minutes I need to use to get there, and it should work out to be 24 or 20. I can't remember now. But basically divide that by 60. So 24 and 20 minutes is what that is. So I need to use 24 speed ups, 24 hours of speed ups, and 20 minutes worth. So then I can just go through that, and I just go here. Okay, I roughly know that I'm going to use 10 here, right? 10. So I use 10, keep that mentally, and then I use 2 of the 4-5 minutes I need, pop those through, and then I know that I need to do another 14, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 14 got me all the way down, I believe. I can't remember. One more. Let's see if I just went over. I might have just messed it up, guys. Nope, I hit it perfectly. So that's what I mean. And then basically I maximized all my resources, and this was a very, very profitable hour for me. Because not only was I kind of double dipping a little bit, I popped through one of my footmen, and so that gave me some COP points. Not my main triple dip hour, but it got me all of this stuff, which is super high value. It got me a bunch of training speed ups back, so I didn't actually, I'm kind of not breaking even, but I'm getting those back. So I got 5 hours plus another 2 hours, so like 6.5-ish. Plus 7, so I got almost 10 hours back in speed up, so I only am out 14 there. But the nice thing is I barely used that much resources, very few, but I got a lot of resources. And specifically because I was doing footmen, I got a bunch of iron and a bunch of wood that I didn't have to spend to build those footmen. So that's huge. And then, of course, the gems, 600, 100, the gold, whatever, the other thing, Dragonite Fragment, whatever. Yeah, it's the gems and the resources that are super useful from those purple chests. So if you had like something you wanted to do throughout a day, get as many purple chests as you possibly can. Like I said, speed up hours are not the ones I go for my golds, because they're quite hard. Hundreds of minutes and hours you got to use to get there. But this is really good. The gold chests are good for the hero tokens, advanced teleports. But just remember RSSN, make sure it at least equals. And then you get a little bit extra stuff, obviously, when it equals. But then because there's special events on, you got to count that into the equation somehow too, right? Like, so I just got some more free stuff from just completing that. So I just got another 150k iron, so that's super good. This one right now, Noli, right? The Spring Festival, that's huge. Every 8 hours you can get that, so make sure you're grabbing that, guys, if you haven't got that yet. That one's a huge one. Huge one. Especially on your farms too. If you're always lacking teleports, which I am on my farms, do that festival on your farms. Looks like we can do it a couple more times before the event's over, but do that. yeah, the special events are always nice because they give you a bunch of free stuff. For the free-to-play players, it's huge because that's where a lot of the free stuff comes from. This one looks like it could be interesting. Chat more about that. But yeah, always fun to do that stuff. Let me break up these roads here so I'm not burning too much charcoal for no reason. Just disconnect this stuff up. Make sure there's nothing else. But yeah, that's where we're at for now. What else do I
Cool. Got my purple chest. Thank
Good
you.
one. Yeah, yeah. Very simple when you know how to do it, right?
Very simple.
And the training speed up ones are the easiest because if you notice, you get a lot of training speed ups, right? Every other or every third or something like that is at least a training one.
Like 100. Yeah.
There's your reward, gets training speed ups, which is super useful. Like I always, when it comes to training day, at the start of training day, I always have a ridiculous amount, like 200 in the hourly one. I'm down to 134, but I usually have about that and about 1,000 of the 5-minute ones. So
Yeah.
yeah, makes
That's about how. Yeah.
makes
I'm
training
78
day,
now.
Yeah, it makes training day super easy though, right?
Totally. That's awesome.
That's also why I recommend doing training day for your 7th day too, especially if you had a real rough ROC war or KE specifically. Build back those troops.
Yeah.
Build back those troops very easily with the training day.
Nice. Gotta do that.
Yep.
Sweet. Cool. I have to go to bed now.
Oh yes, you should do that. I should probably sign off here. Let me see. I'm trying to get back to this. Yeah, I've been live. It says for 2:45, so I'm probably gonna drop out here too and maybe pay more attention to my dinner here. Get my kid to bed.
Yeah.
Do something a little bit. But it was great to have you all here as usual. Thanks so much for making my job as the leader of our team very, very easy. You guys make it fun to be on TTT, and Noli will join us one day, right, Noli? Yay, awesome. But you make it a good time here. Thank you, Kaiser. Thank you, E. Thank you, L. Thank you, Fox. Thank you, Noli, for being here. And anyone on the YouTube, thank you. Don't forget, smash those buttons with your face. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Yeah. Till next
He's the
time.
best leader ever.
Thank you. Will do. I will do. It's real hard, but I'll do it. Till next time, my friends.
Good night.
I am out.
Yes.
give a dap to your bro, cause the party is so damn. Bring it back to the flow, give a dap to your bro, cause the party is so damn. Damn, bruh. Bring it back to the flow. Damn, bruh.
Good night, Maggie.